auto and our manual mode. And what I was doing earlier was just hitting.
But you also have this 2000, or is that just a current readout? That's not what you set your max on.
Do you know, Joe, if that 2000, the high pressure?
Man, I can't remember.
We're not in auto right now.
Let me try settings.
Yeah. So that's 1105.
Yeah.
That's the address here.
Okay.
So this was like their.
This would.
Yeah, they can load recipes into this. You know what I mean? This is the current recipe.
Yeah.
That
So
you're
if
running.
we change that, maybe to.
You change it to the 6. Well, see, this is where.
Let's just try.
It wasn't necessarily.
Let's just up it a little bit and see if it actually gets higher, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess if you go back to
Save current setting.
Yeah, let's do that.
Man, what you just did right there was you saved that recipe right there to this 16-pound panel.
Yeah.
To that program.
Yeah, so this is really on your recipe part of it right here. So right here on this one here, there's your current one.
We had like 6 steps in here you could
Sure.
do, and you could within those steps you could do, so many 3 different pressures. What was it here? And then you could even turn certain steps off if you wanted to.
Yeah. Cool.
With the delay, the seconds, and the timers. So everything worked pretty good.
So this is the second half of it. So that's your pressure 4.
Yep.
And then when you go to 1, that's your 1 through 2, 3.
Pre-press time, yeah.
And you have 4, 5, whatever.
So the pre-press time, do you remember what that?
Pressing in auto. So I had this button on here so that I could run the plates through without having to close the press when we're testing the load and the unload buttons on it there. So if you wanted to dry run it through with your panels and not press down, you can put this mode here on it. It'll load them in and then it'll unload them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't have to press every time when I was, getting this set up.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to run the press in auto mode then? How to run this auto?
Yeah, you should be able to just put it in auto, man. It's just start all systems.
I pressed that button earlier, it didn't work.
So now it's going through that recipe?
Well,
when it loads, it's running.
But is it waiting to see a part?
It's waiting to see your parts come up onto this, and then it'll raise up and start loading.
Yeah.
And then before it does, it's closed.
But if it's not getting a part, it's just gonna.
So
it's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. We manually loaded 2 plates here, and then we tried to hit this to.
It says you got a part on the top and a part on the bottom. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. There was a way you would kick this thing off when you were doing that.
I mean, that's the
right here. Looks like you're missing this guy here.
Laser top off.
Top laser?
Yeah, one of them is red. That means something's blocking that laser.
Okay.
That's a shift. Right, it would say here, press and complete, unload the boards. At that point, you have to go through both of these and tell them that they're not there.
Got it.
And then it would pop up with this message saying it's okay to load the boards.
Yep.
After because it has to go through that sequence to know that it got them off and then it got new ones on. But if you're doing it manually to get by everything, you can just say, okay, there's really a part there. There's really a part on the bottom. There's really a part on the top. And if you're running in here, then you can bump out and it'll start.
And that's the start of that whole recipe.
That's what starts the whole recipe going.
Cool. Beautiful.
There's 16-pound panel thing back in there.
Yep.
press and you hold it, and then once it goes in, it's switched.
Got it. And then you change screen, go back, or you have to save.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, well, if you change the settings in it, like say if you're going to do in your settings 1 right here, and if you change any of this right here, you press this and it saves it to this recipe name.
Got it.